Well, welcome to another camping trip, and it's been quite warm, quite sunny, but the clouds are coming over now and it is forecast to have a bit of rain, so I want to do this very quickly. If you've watched many of my videos, you'll have either seen or heard me using flip-flops round camp, especially when filming. Maybe you can't hear it, but it's certainly I can. So my camp shoes are basically, in summer, are a lightweight trail running shoe and flip-flops, and that's all I bring. In winter I just swap out the trail running shoes for some relatively lightweight waterproof walking shoes. But the flip-flops have been the common denominator for years, to be honest with you. I've used flip-flops for years. The current pair that I've got, I've had about 10 years, I think, and they're still fine. They still work. But I've been doing a lot of research. I've been looking at barefoot sandals. The term barefoot is just used for all these lightweight, minimalist sandals, used for shoes as well. But there is a thing with people hiking, long distance trail hiking, particularly in America, and trail running with these barefoot sandals. I don't mean barefoot shoes, barefoot sandals. There's a thing. You research, you go on YouTube and have a look. It's a thing. I think they're all mad. I mean, I think ultra runners are mad anyway, but running in these very lightweight, barely any sole, I just don't get it. However, there is a big community who do it. But the reason for my buying a pair of these is for using them around camp. I'm also going to do some hiking, and but again, when I'm around camp, I'd like something that's very lightweight, packs very light, packs small. So there are several brands, bigger brands, and you can pay anything from £50 to £100 for these barefoot lightweight sandals. But I actually found some in Decathlon, and it's in their Forclaz range, and they're called Bivouac Sandals MT500. I'll put details up and I'll put a link for where you can see them. So Bivouac Sandals MT500, and they say a waterproof rubber sole. They weigh about 350 gram for the pair, and I think with some of the bigger brands you can get them a little bit cheap, a little bit lower weight than that, but 350 gram roundabout, because they differ on the size. Obviously there'll be slightly different weights on different sizes. Now, talking of sizes, the sizes are all over the place. I have a foot size 9, so I take a 9 shoe, 9 boot. But the nearest size I could get to a 9 was 8.5, and then it was, I think, 9.5 or 10. So I got an 8.5, and they were far too big. They really were. They weren't. They just didn't fit. And in the end, I've changed them for an 8. Now, foot size 9, with these Bivouac sandals, it's an 8 that I've got. I've only just got them this morning, just picked them up this morning, and literally went and picked them up at Decathlon, travelled to where I'm camping. And I'm in lovely Northumbria, just near Hadrian's Wall. So watch out for the review of the campsite and other things that I'll be doing. So let me show you these. Round about 350 gram. They are waterproof, so all the materials you can go into water, you can go into showers, you can go into streams, you can do what you want with them really. They are waterproof. They're effectively, the soles are just rubber, but they do have, and I'll show you them first. So this is, I'll just show you one. So that's the actual Bivouac sandal. You can see how thin the sole is, I mean, it seems to defy logic for comfort, but very, very thin. It has a nice little bit of grippy pattern on the sole here, for the footbed, I should say. Nice and grippy. And it has these little knobbly, quite grippy studs on the bottom. So it does have a good bit of grip on the bottom. It has a good grip on the footbed. Well, it seems to. I've not tried them on yet. And you've got two fittings, one for the toe box and one for the ankle. And if you can see, there's a slight upturn. Well, there's quite a reasonable upturn at the back for your heel to sit in, keep your heel within. And you might not be able to see it on camera, but it has a slight raised part here. Obviously where the strap is, it's raised for the straps to go through. And then it's the smallest of raise along here. Very little, actually. I mean, there is a raise, but it's minuscule. And that's it. Now, I've mentioned about the sort of branded ones that you can buy being, that 50 to generalised pricing, 50 to £100. That's what people are buying. These, and it's May 2025, are £21.99. So £21.99, and they have a 2-year warranty from Decathlon. And apart from the sizing complications, you'd have to try these on. They do seem a nice basic sandal. And bear in mind, I've bought them just really for wandering around camp, just getting up and going for the water, going for my wash, going for my visit to the loo in the night. Just something I can slip on, like the flip-flops. But these will give me a little bit better protection for, if I want to go for a walk somewhere, these will be more comfortable than flip-flops. And that's about it. So I'm going to try them on. We'll see what they look like and how they feel. Once we've done that, I'll just show you what they look like when I'm walking. And that's it. Let's try them on and see how they are. Once you've set this one for across the toe box, I think that'd be, you wouldn't really need to adjust that again. This one is what would release it to put them on and off. Yeah, it feels quite comfortable, that. Let's put the other one on. Yeah, I like that. That's going to work a treat round camp. I can already feel that without even walking on them. So, why the lightweight trekking community like these is that, obviously not going up mountains, but on just ordinary treks at ground level, these just allow your feet to breathe all the time. And also some of them use these for doing water crossings, so they don't get their boots or shoes wet. And many use them around camp when they get to wherever they're going to. The beauty of them are that they are so thin and flexible that they can be packed away so easily. So they can be folded up and just packed away in your bag or anywhere. So I'm just giving them a little test walk. I mean, I'm not going to go too far just now, but I will try them later on or tomorrow on a longer walk. But my first impressions of these are that they are very, very comfortable. And this term barefoot sandals, now that I've got these on, I get that. I truly get that. I mean, it almost feels like you've got no shoes on, but you know the protection's there, but it just feels like you haven't got shoes on. The sandals are actually gripping my foot as I move along. Hopefully I can just show you some of that. I feel like a model now on the catwalk. I can't think of any better way to show you how well they're gripping my foot. So the heel box here is absolutely brilliant. It's really holding it all in place. I haven't got it too tight. It feels quite comfortable as it is. This one's not too tight either. Obviously, if the weather gets hot, your feet are going to expand a bit anyway. But you can see there's still a nice little space at the front of the toes for protection. And you can just see how they nicely grip as you walk, and so flexible. I feel I want to run across this field now because I can't believe you can run in these. But shall we try? Go on. And that's the only running you're going to see me do today. Well, I don't know how that works. I don't know how people walk on long distance treks or do ultra running with this type of sandal. It defies logic, completely, utterly defies logic. And I know I've only run across the field and back, but I felt very comfortable doing that. I mean, I don't know how that works. Maybe it's all psychological, but I felt very comfortable running in these. Certainly walking in them, they are so comfortable. So much better than flip-flops. I'm so glad I made the decision to buy these, but I'm glad I've paid the cheaper price for the Decathlon ones, so that, because I could have got them and hated them. So at least I wasn't spending, that higher amount of money for what might be a better quality product. I don't really know because I've not seen any of the others. But what I can say is these Decathlon ones work. They're comfortable. We'll see over a longer period of time, but I've got to say to you, I'm so impressed with these. I mean, I really am. I just can't. I'm so enthused. I mean, I was sceptical. I was so sceptical. And I've bought these. Nobody's sponsored me. Nobody's given them to me. I just wanted to change from flip-flops. And I was a bit sceptical as to whether they would be any better than flip-flops, whether they would actually work, whether I could go walking in them, but my goodness, I'm a huge enthusiast already. So thanks for watching, and I'll report back after a few months of use, let you know what they're like, see if they hold up. But I don't think you can go wrong if this is what you want for your around camp shoe. I'll catch you again on another video.